But it's like, but for sure, it's like 30-year-old mothers are pretty much the most one of the more common ones. That kind of thing.
So
For more details, watch the honest trailer for Candy Crush.
Oh no! Oh no!
That being said, let's get started in our main piece of news, and this one came in hot and heavy. Like if I were baking a cake, this thing was prime and no, not baking a cake. If I was making ribs outside right now, the meat is coming off the bone. This delicious ribeye that I'm about to talk about right now. Let's talk about.
Funny you mention that because my mom made ribs yesterday for my grandma's birthday.
Oh my god. Let's talk about Mixer. Now, for those y'all who don't know, Mixer's dead. Mixer is about to shut down next month. So to let you guys in on what's going on, this comes from CNN Business. Microsoft is shutting down streaming platform Mixer to partner with Facebook Gaming. Microsoft is shutting down the video game streaming platform Mixer after its growth failed to meet the company's expectations. The company said Monday it is partnering with Facebook Gaming to transition the Mixer streaming community to Facebook Gaming. The deal brings together two big names in the game world in a partnership that could challenge industry leaders Amazon's Twitch. Because keep in mind, Amazon bought Twitch a few years ago. The success of partners and streamers on Mixer is dependent on our ability to scale the platform for them as quickly and broadly as possible, Mixer said in a blog post Monday. It became clear that the time needed to grow our own live streaming community to scale was out of measure with the vision and experience that Microsoft and Xbox want to deliver for gamers now. So we've decided to close the operations side of Mixer and help the community transition to a new platform. Companies declined to say.
Hello, not Stagger Boy.
What you say?
It's gonna be Facebook.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! And the audible coming. And the audible is coming in, guys. Our local husbando 101 of Samurai Kagura Peach Beach Splash, our boy Ryu Zero. How you doing, dude?
Why you gotta introduce me like that, man?
Because everyone has code names. Because everyone has code names now. Anyway, so going back to what I was
saying. So he's the Geese Howard South Flexer. I'm the Kamen Rider Extraordinaire. So you gotta be the Samurai Kagura Peach, whatever he said.
Samurai Kagura expert. There you go.
So I'm the weeb here. Okay.
Yes, you are. You're the only weeb here. Anyways, going back to what I was saying.
Oh, hell no.
Going back to what I was saying, the companies declined to say how much the deal is worth. Facebook spokesman Drew Sidman noted that it is a partnership, not a merger or an acquisition. The spokesperson added that Facebook Gaming will assume the rights to the Mixer trademarks and associated domain names, but Microsoft will retain the intellectual property rights to Mixer technologies. Mixer co-founder Matt Salzmendi, who left the company last year, told CNN Business last week that he will not see any money from the deal. And there you go. So I have some things to say about this. So like, keep in mind, I'm someone who likes to see companies thrive on competition. I was never on Mixer. That's because I don't have an Xbox. But I knew people from the Twitch LA community or the streaming LA community here in good old Southern California that were on Mixer. They use Mixer as their platform to grow their brand and everything like that. So it does suck that Mixer is closing on the business side and stuff like that. I mean, but at the same time, knowing how much Facebook Gaming has been like rising recently in the last couple of years, because I was there at E3 when Facebook Gaming was announced. When they were not announced, when they were showing off Facebook Gaming a couple of years ago, I was there. I actually talked to some of the guys there to see what Facebook Gaming was all about. Now, personally, I'm not gonna do Facebook Gaming because I have family on there and stuff like that. So that I'm gonna stay on. I'll just stick to streaming on Twitch and YouTube. That's just me. It does suck that Mixer is closing because the Mixer has barely been out for like what, a year or so, like a year and a half.
There's actually good reasons why Mixer did not succeed.
I can tell you why. One of them, Twitch is a juggernaut. When it comes to streaming, when it comes to video streaming platforms, Twitch and even YouTube are two of the biggest juggernauts that you can think of. And Mixer, because of the fact that it was exclusive to Microsoft the majority of the time, they were not going to see results.
Okay, I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna hold you back for that one, but
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the biggest reason why Mixer died really hard. Okay, one, when YouTube is going for streaming, they already have the audience base to transition to that one very well. And same thing with Facebook Gaming. It's like they have a lot of users, so they can leverage it when they go to streaming services. Facebook actually has the infrastructure for it, surprisingly.
Exactly.
And they actually have the most growth out of all the platforms in terms of streaming as a whole.
Over 1 billion people are on Facebook. I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but over billions and billions of people have a Facebook account. And likely or not, some of those people do stream. And by some, I mean maybe like what, about half of them stream on Facebook Gaming now?
Yeah.
Or Facebook as a whole.
Well, it's still going to continue growing because they still have a massive audience base to work with. So, and look what happened with Mixer. They're starting from ground zero. They don't have any audience to leverage from. They had to gather new audience. And that's
funny enough. Hold up. Funny enough. Didn't Ninja get like a brand new deal with Mixer right before the shutdown happened?
I didn't know that part, but if he did, like, damn, he got it good on the business side.
I'm not. Look, I am not. I just want to say this very clearly. I am not thrashing on Mixer. I'm only saying because of the fact that I didn't have an Xbox, I didn't really stream on Mixer that much, and I've always. And I know that I'm pretty sure you were able to use Mixer on your PC, but because I've done well on Twitch myself, I didn't think about wanting to go to Mixer. I made a platform here, and I've been doing pretty well. I've grown an audience. Yeah, I've grown an audience here on Twitch, and I think for me personally, I think it would have been an injustice. However, to the people who made names on themselves on Mixer, and to the people who actually sign exclusive deals like Ninja on Mixer, it does suck that this is happening, and hopefully you guys are able, hopefully y'all bounce back. I don't know what Facebook Gaming is all about. I haven't tried it myself, but I have looked into other people doing it, and
I'm going to put it out there though, like you benefit more from, in my honest opinion though, like you benefit more from YouTube Gaming. I could see you being more successful in YouTube Gaming than on Twitch, personally.
That I see that too, but the thing is, I do dual streams. For those who don't know, I dual stream on both Twitch and YouTube every Monday when I do Devil May Cry Monday. Knowing for a fact that I've grown an audience on, I have plenty of subscribers who will probably watch it too. My only thing, I don't really trust YouTube Gaming all that much. And there's nothing wrong with a lot of the people, because I've met plenty of really amazing individuals on YouTube, on the YouTube Gaming platform, that some are actually friends of mine now, because I met them at E3 and we all hung out and we all got drinks and stuff like that. But with everything that went on with like PewDiePie and everything like that, it's really iffy. But I'm still on. I still stream on YouTube for a lot of reasons, like to grow an audience more on there as well. That's just me.
You know what's really sad though? Is like in the end, it's the Sims that help.
It all comes back
to water.
Oh my god! Let's get a little more serious. Because let's talk about IGN. So IGN's been under fire this week. No, not the company, but two dudes who used to work there. And I mentioned this at the start of our show. Let's talk about Tal Blevins and Steve Butts.
Oh god, I just read that one.
Yeah, so for those y'all who don't know, these guys used to work for IGN. Okay? Steve Butts was actually fired. He was a longtime editor-in-chief at IGN and got fired for alleged misconduct. As on top of that, this is back in 2018. On top of that, Tal Blevins left as well. They decided, and they formed a new company called Level 75.
74.
Zero, you're right. Don't avoid level 74. Here's why. So plenty of people have been coming out talking about their times over at IGN and talking about the misconduct that IGN had. One of the biggest ones, and I'm going to be reading this one. Rich, shouts to Rich from Review Tech USA and Young Yi, because these guys because these guys talked about this earlier this week. Mitch Dyer, who used to work for IGN, he actually talked about his time at IGN. He thought when he was still working there, for 2012 to 2016. Solidarity, and this is gonna be a long one, people. So please bear with me. This is what Mitch said. Solidarity with my IGN coworkers who endured emotional terror from Tal Blevins and Steve Butts. In my time from 2012 to 2016, I felt taken advantage of, exploited, and manipulated, and afraid for my job at nearly every turn. And I was one of the lucky ones, quote unquote, working for them. When Tal wanted something done or didn't agree with something I said, which happened often as an IGN employee, we're mostly amazing people pushing them to do better. He would CC to intimidate me into following through his requests. These guys stayed at a $3,000 Airbnb while employees shared rooms in Roach hotels. When we pushed to have our own rooms, which I am pretty sure they legally had to oblige, they told us to deal with it because the company didn't have the money.
Bullshit.
BS. Exactly. I pushed for a promotion. I was told to not until you say yes more. They want someone to agree with their wretched decision making and horrible leadership practices. I got a cost of living raise every year and nothing more. Nothing was ever enough to earn you anything. Steve Blutz and Tal Blevins are responsible for creating an unsafe and toxic work environment and torpedoed my mental health. It was much worse for many more. I hope these two never have a voice in games again, never hire their consulting firm. It's called Level 74. In the end, I am over all of it, but I think about it a lot. Many years later, I think about my friends who experienced worse and what I should have done to help them career be damned. Listen to their stories. You're hearing ejecting BS heads is the only way we fix this. Let me actually end this. IGN rules. I adore these people and that place and my friends. They are so much happier now than when I was there. Progress has been made as they rooted out the rot inside. Change is possible. So with all that said, shouts to Mitch Dyer, I want to make a public apology. Okay, I have been very harsh on IGN for the last year and a half because of the plagiarizing with the Resident Evil 2
the
reviews and the Dead Cell reviews, and I straight up said, I said on the podcast a year and a half ago, never trust IGN. I said that. I openly admit that I did say that.
To be honest, I think all of us had the same sentiment, though. All of us had the same sentiment with IGN, but even it's like, how many years ago? They say it's revealed years later, though. So how many years was it? That kind of thing. I don't. This was what happened with Resident Evil 2 remake. It happened last year. So I can't remember the name of the writer, but he plagiarized. He made a BS review because he said Claire and Leon's campaigns play the exact same, and he only played Leon's and he only played Claire's for 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, you didn't finish the game. Why are you writing a review for this? The Dead Cell review, they got that from what was that dude's name? Cranky Monkey or something like that on YouTube. They plagiarized that dude's review.
Bruh.
We actually talked about it too. Zero, you, me, Jen, and GC that time. Yeah, I remember.
We did talk about that one.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying that's like, how should I put it? I'm just trying to ask, like, when did these get fired? Because they say the work environment is better.
Well,
but
okay, I can tell you right now. Steve Butts got fired back in late 2018 for misconduct. Likely or not, he may or may not sexually harass someone. I don't know. Do not take my word for it.
I don't think it's sexual harassment. It's like, I think it's just overall bullshit. That kind of thing. Like what they done. That kind of thing. So it's something more.
Tal Blevins left the company. And then
when he left the company?
I don't know. I honestly don't remember. It didn't say on the article that I was looking at too.
It is important to get the time frame out. So
can you find out?
Anyways, what's his name?
Tal Blevins. TALBLEVINS.
Tal Blevins.
Yes.
Okay, we got it. So
when did he leave? But Kabuto, real quick, what's your thoughts on this? Because I know you're not big on listening to reading reviews and stuff like that. But what's your thoughts on everything? Because we have talked about certain like publishers and stuff like that when it comes to like gaming journalism. We have denounced people who call themselves gaming journalists and write bullcrap articles.
I remember there was a fiasco a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, where IGN made really bad reaction videos to the new Call of Duty game.
I remember that one.
Yeah, like, so it was a really bad take on the IGN's part. And like, if you actually played Call of Duty, or like you're a Call of Duty player, they release a new installment that just sucks. That I totally get that, because like I'm pretty sure there is. Because look, I'm not a fan of Pokemon Sun and Moon as much as I am a huge Pokemon fan. But
hold up, before you go on, Tal Blevins was, I think, the former co-founder. I think he's the co-founder of IGN.
Right.
Oh God.
Because if you are being abused by an employer, you know, like that's terrible. Like I worked in retail, and not just retail, but at a party store.
Oh God, party store? God dang.
Yeah, and I was working at a location that was closing down. Thankfully, I got transferred to a closer location before I was let go completely. But that it's like you can't do like 9 hours of hard labor, and I mean hard labor, because you gotta like tear out the carpeting and stuff, and then de-bracket the what's called the walls and stuff, and like you can't just fix fix everyone's physical and emotional grievances with a pizza.
But I just want to say this: if I can relate everything that's going on right now, but if you are actually being abused at your job by your bosses or your co-workers,
doesn't matter what industry it is.
Doesn't matter what industry. It could be video games, it could be the music industry, it could be the wrestling industry. Speak out. Store. Yeah, speak out. Like, this is like when it comes to things like this, I preach that if you are being abused, like verbally and mentally, by the higher ups, tell someone. Please do. And Steve Butts and Tal Blevins, you know, I'm gonna say this right now. I know I might get heat on this. This is gonna be part of the YouTube highlight for sure. But I can tell you right now, you two niggas, there's a special place in hell for you two. And it's a first class ride, because you guys are what I consider scum of the earth. I hope to God that you never get a client at your stupid looking firm, okay? The nonsense that you put former IGN employees through, there is a special place for hell for you two niggas. And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, let's start with the second circle, which is lust. Then there's the fifth circle, which is violence. Then there is the eighth circle for heretics. And your employee, and because of you, your employees are at risk of ending up in the seventh circle, where people, which is the place where suicidal people.
Wow, you kind of went there. Anyways, but
Dante's Divine Comedy.
I know, but anyways, that's all I want to say about those two. F them. And if I see them in the streets, it's gonna be mono e mono. Listen, I'm willing to fight two niggas, so that's just me. Anyways.